Welcome back to my YouTube channel Cloud and AI Analytics. Hope everyone is doing good. I am Vignesh, and in this video we are going to see what are the features of cloud computing. So in my previous video I have explained you what is cloud computing and why cloud computing is getting popular these days, and what cloud offers and what is the advantages of cloud over the on-premise network, and who are the different providers of cloud computing. So if you have not gone through those videos, I'll give you the link of those playlists. You can take it from the description box. So in this video we will be seeing what are the features of cloud computing, and without any further delay, let's get started. So basically there are 10 different features of cloud computing. To start with, how the services are getting expanded, how the services are available, how it is monitored, how the security is implemented, how the services are automated. So there are many features, like up to 10 features they have listed it, and we are going to see what are those 10 features in depth. So the first one is resource pooling. So it means that cloud provider pool the computing resources to provide services to multiple customers with the help of a multi-tenant model. So what does this resource pooling means, and what is the first point tells us? So resource pooling is nothing but there will be n number of people or n number of companies will be involved. For example, if we take Microsoft Azure or we take AWS or Google Cloud Platform, there will be no some restrictions on the users. It will be like n number of people, like thousands people will be using, 10,000 people will be using. So it is services, the resources is shared between the users, it is shared among the users, I would say. So you can say everything is a virtual network. Everything is happening virtually, so we don't need anything physically, like just let it be compute, let it be storage, let it be networking, everything is happening virtually. To So that the scale or the usage of any particular services or any particular resources, there is no such restrictions or there is no any limitations on it. So we can use how many resources we need, how many services we need, what are the capacity or what are the uh, quantity of the services also we require. So there is no such restrictions. We can use n number of services, n number of datas, n number of storages, n number of compute, the machine configuration, whatever it is, however it is, we'll be able to configure it according to our use case. So the next one is on-demand self-service. So it means that there is no one, it is going to sit in the cloud platform. There is no authorization or there is no such thing. There will be no one who will be allocating the resources or who will be dividing the resources and allocating it. No such scenarios. It is everything will be happening on the self-service, on the on-demand only. If you need 100 GB storage, you can get it. If you need 1000 GB of storage, you can get it. If you need 10,000 GBs of storage, you can even get it. The more you get, the more you will be paying to the cloud platform. So the moment you stopped it, you don't need to pay anything. So that is what on-demand self-service. It is one of the important and valuable features of cloud computing, as the user can continuously monitor the server uptime, capabilities on allotted network storage. With this feature, the user can also monitor the computing capabilities as well. So the next is easy maintenance. So as a user of a cloud platform, it is not really our job to go on maintain the hardware and all, maintain the hardware, maintain the server, cool it down. So it is not really our job. We are not going to bother about those things. It is primarily taken care by the cloud provider themselves. So the servers are easily maintained, and even if the server is downtime, it will be very minimal time only. And for few services like cloud storage and all, in BigQuery there is no such downtime at all. It will be up and it will be running all the time, and there will be an SLA associated with the services as well. Cloud computing comes up with an updated every time by gradually making it better. So it will come with SLAs. So we will be very clear what is the downtime, what is the SLA of that particular service provided by the cloud provider itself. So the next one is large network access. So when we are in on-premise, the usage of the service by the users, by the end users, it is obviously it is restricted to a particular region or a particular location. But the moment when we step into cloud platform, the network access is very large, it is very huge. There is no such restriction. People who are in US, they can use the services, or they can get the data, or then they can use that service without any interruption or without any latency. The service or application will be happen somewhere in APAC regions. in Australia region. So this is how the cloud has grown. You users have no such restrictions like the network for using the data or for using the application is there is no any such limitations. The only problem is you should have internet and you should have that device with you. Rest everything you will be able to access it anywhere safely and securely. Your data will be secured at all the time. And then the next thing is availability. So the most important feature we discussed, why cloud, right? So our application will be up and running all the time, even though when something happens to our primary location, some natural disaster, something happens, within fraction of minutes our application will be up and running somewhere in our backup region. So that is how the availability is. And when we see that availability in on premise, it will take around days. It will take days to come out to make that application available and running. So that is the most important feature why people are moving into cloud. It is always available, there is no downtime. Then the sixth system is automatic. So you might heard about we have discussed about serverless. So serverless is something where we don't need to configure the system configurations or compute configuration or storage configuration. Based on the volume of the data, it can scale up itself. We don't need to do it. But again, that is it is happening it automatically. The system itself, the GCP cloud itself, or any particular service, that itself will decide, okay, that load is like 100 GB, but so the load is 100 GB and he can scale up to it 100 GB also. He can scale up to 100 GB or he can scale up to 200 GBs also. So there is no such restrictions. And automatic is something which is monitored or which is taken care by the cloud platform itself. And the most important, the charge for that piece of work also, the charge for that the charge is also transparent for that storage, right? It will be increased from 100 to 200 or 200 to 300. So the transparency, the charges will be also transparent to the customer as well as for the host also. So, and the most important thing is we can monitor all the time. We can monitor, we can control and report if there is such excess usage also. If there is an excess usage or if the cost is excess, so we'll be able to report it, we'll be able to raise ticket and we'll be able to solve it with our cloud provider. So all the time we will be able to monitor how our services are operating, what is the usage, why we are using this much, all the details, everything will be able to download it and we'll be able to analyze those reports as well. The second part is, the next thing is economical. So the most important point, every point is very important when we are discussing about this 10 points, right? Every point is very important. The most important, obviously, it is economical. So whatever the service which we are using, we will be paying for only those services. It is not like we need to maintain hardware or we need to maintain the servers, we need to cool it down. That capital expenditure, everything is completely ruled out and we will be using only for whatever we are using. And Google Cloud or any cloud platform, they are using pay as you go model. So whatever you are using, that services only we will be paying for it. The next thing is security. I have already spoken about this point. Security, it is one of the best features of cloud computing. Whatever the data, every data is encrypted, and like only people with required access only will be able to access the data. Like identity and access management, it is implemented in such a way people with required access only will be able to access the data or access the service. And every data, whatever the data we are uploading to cloud storage, everything will be encrypted by default. And we have already spoken about that pay as you go model. And measure the service. So whatever the service which we are using, we will be able to monitor it, we will be able to see the reports, what is the cost, what was the usage of that service, all those things we will be able to see it very clearly. And all the reports, all the charges will be made clearly by the cloud providers as well. So this is what the most important and the compelling features of cloud platform. And this is why the main reason and the most important reason why business nowadays are completely moving into cloud platform instead of maintaining or instead of having its own on-premise environment. So that's it for this video. I hope you learned what are the features of cloud platform and why it is very important. And in next video, I'll be explaining you what are the cloud services and not cloud services, like we'll be talking about IaaS, PaaS, SaaS and FaaS as well. So if you have any questions, please post in the comment section. I'll take a look at it and reply to it as soon as possible. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to Cloud and AI Analytics. And don't forget to click the bell icon. I'll meet you in the next video. Until then, it's bye from Vignesh. Happy learning. Thank you.